Assalamu alaikum and good morning to all of you. This is your social studies third lecture. As you have read in the last lecture about the main agriculture products of the Muslim world, and we have discussed so many agriculture products. I hope they all will be clear to you. Now we will proceed to our next agriculture product, that is cocoa. To understand this, we first have to know that what is cocoa. It is a powder made from roasted and ground cocoa seeds. ये एक पाउडर है जो किससे बनाया जाता है, कोको सीड्स को रोस्ट किया जाता है एंड देन उनको ग्राउंड किया जाता है, मीन्स उनको पीसा जाता है. नाउ व्हाट आर कोको सीड्स? Here I have a picture to show you that how the cocoa plants look like. This is a plant and these are the cocoa pods. Cocoa pods are the things which carry the cocoa seeds. Inside this pod are the cocoa seeds. Here in this picture you can see the cocoa pod and the seeds inside the cocoa pod. These seeds are powdered. These seeds are roasted and grounded to make a fine powder. That powder is known as cocoa powder. Cocoa plant that I have shown you in the picture usually grows in the hot and humid climate. ये कहाँ पर ग्रो करता है? वहाँ पर ग्रो करता है जहाँ पर मौसम जो है वो गर्म हो प्लस ह्यूमिड हो, मीन्स के हवा में जो है नमी जो है वो ज़्यादा हो. That is the well suited for growing cocoa, and these are mostly the regions around the equator. Now when we talk about the world, the famous country that is famous for the production of cocoa, or we can say the cocoa was first discovered there, is Mexico. But now almost all the cocoa is grown in West Africa and in Southeast Asia as well. It is said that when Columbus found the New World of America, you know about the Columbus from your last year book that you have read in class 6, that Columbus was the person who was in search of ways to reach the India, or we can say Southeast Asian countries. So he was in the discovery of different land, and on his path he discovered America. So it is said that when Columbus found the New World of America, cocoa was also discovered in where? In Mexico. Initially this cocoa plant, or we can say cocoa was used by the nobles. वो लोग जो उस टाइम पे मेक्सिको में हाईएस्ट रैंक रखते थे या जो थे बहुत पैसे वाले होते थे, those people used to drink this cocoa drink. And then it became very popular in the Europe as well. In which century? In the 17th century. बट अब तक इस कोको पाउडर से या कोको प्लांट से चॉकलेट डिस्कवर नहीं हुई थी. इट वॉज डिस्कवर्ड व्हेन? इट वॉज डिस्कवर्ड इन 1847 एज अ स्वीट दैट वॉज नोन एज chocolate, and it is one of your favorite sweet that you usually eat every day. It is not only used as a drink but more especially for making sweets and chocolates. A kind of fat, that is cocoa butter, a very useful oil, is also extracted when the beans of the cocoa are pressed out during the manufacture process. It is very useful because it is used in cosmetics, medicines, and so many other things like soap, shampoos, etc. Among all the countries of the world, and especially the Muslim countries, Indonesia and Malaysia are producing about 18% of the total world's cocoa supply. So this was all about the cocoa. Here is an info box on your book. You have to read it by yourself and find out the answer of the question that is mentioned here. The next main agriculture product is wheat. This is a main crop, or we can say a very important crop that is growing in the world. उर्दू में हम इसको गंदम कहते हैं. It is a cereal grain that yields a fine flour for making breads, baked goods and pastas etc. ये अनाज के वो दाने हैं जिनको पाउडर किया जाता है, मीन्स इनको ग्राइंड किया जाता है, एंड देन जो उससे फाइन सा फ्लोर बनता है उसको यूज़ करते हैं फॉर मेकिंग सो मैनी अदर थिंग्स. It is a very important food crop, and that's why it is also known as staple food. What is staple food? We can say it is a food that can be stored easily and eaten throughout the year. Now, where does the wheat crop grow? It usually grows on the areas that are especially in the temperate lands. Now, what are the temperate lands? To understand the temperate lands, I will show you a map of world climatic zones and the areas that are divided according to that climatic zones. Here we have a world map that is showing you different zones of the world. Here we have the polar regions. These are the Arctic and Antarctic. Here we have the temperate zones. This is the center is the equator, and the areas around the equator are the tropical areas. When we move toward the North Pole, that is Tropic of Cancer, and when we move toward the South Pole, that is Tropic of Capricorn. Now where the temperate lands are, these are mostly the lands that are starting after the tropical areas. For example, you can here see a line that is distributing the tropic area and the temperate zones. So basically temperate lands are all the areas that are here, and we are especially concerned with the Muslim countries. So these are the outermost countries of these tropical areas. Here we have the Muslim countries. So wheat crop is best grown in these countries. Why? Because they have mild range of temperatures, they have distinct seasons, and they have hot summers and cold winters. And wheat crop usually grows best on the areas where there are wet winters and there are dry summers. So these are the areas for the production of wheat crop. Pakistan and Turkey are the leading Muslim countries which are not only producing this wheat crop for to feed their communities, but for also exporting it to other nations. But they cannot still compete the countries like USA, which are producing much more wheat as compared to them. Why they are producing much more wheat? Because they have fields measuring many hundreds of hectares and gigantic machines. उनके पास बड़ी बड़ी सी फील्ड्स हैं, एंड दे हैव द जाइजेंटिक मशीन्स, मीन्स बहुत बड़ी बड़ी उनके पास मशीन्स हैं दैट आर नॉट ओनली प्लांटिंग द क्रॉप, सिर्फ उनको उगाया नहीं जाता बल्कि उन मशीन्स की हेल्प से उनकी हार्वेस्टिंग होती है, उनकी कटिंग भी होती है. So that's why their production is much more as compared to ours production. Why? Because Pakistan, as you all know, is a developing country, not a developed nation. So we mostly use the worker for the plantation and the harvesting of the crop. So that is much more less as compared to the USA, which are using what? Machines. But still we manage to produce some. Muslim world produces almost 17% of the total world's wheat. That is a quite good quantity for the production. Rice is another main agriculture product of the Muslim world and the world as well. We can say it is also a staple food because it is also used throughout the year in the whole world. It is a tropical equivalent of the wheat. What is the tropical equivalent of the wheat means? We have read about the wheat that it grows in the temperate areas. Unlike it, rice grow in the tropical areas. Why in the tropical areas? Because it requires sufficient water to grow well. We can say rice needs a great deal of water and also a great deal of heat as well. The soil used to grow rice should be a very good water holding with a water holding capacity. It must be, we can say, alluvial soil that is well soil for the cultivation of the rice crop. China and India are easily the largest growers of the rice, producing about two-thirds of the world's supply of the rice. But the Muslim countries, especially Indonesia and Bangladesh, that are the lower tropical lands and the well suited tropical lands for the growth of the rice production, grows over 18% of the total world's rice production. Here we have a field of rice in the country Pakistan. You can see the rice plant needs a great deal of water that is showing in the picture as well. Here we have another picture that is showing you the plantation of the rice crop, and you can see the water in the picture. That is a much of water required for the growth of this crop. Muslim countries not only producing the agricultural products, but they are also exporting these agricultural products to the world. Here is a list of the countries and the products that they are producing and exporting to the world. The number one is Bangladesh, that is producing jute, tea, rice, cotton, cloth. Cote d'Ivoire, that I have explained in the previous lesson, that is an African country. It is producing coffee and cocoa. Egypt, that is another African country. It is producing cotton, wheat, many of the vegetables, and oranges. Indonesia, that is a Southeast Asian country, that is producing cotton, timber, rice. Timber is a wood, that is a very useful wood for manufacturing of so many other things. Iran, it is producing fruit, pistachio, nuts. Fruits, you all know what are fruits, and pistachio nuts, that is a famous dry fruits. Malaysia, it is producing palm oil, timber, and fruit. I will explain you what is palm oil when I will complete this table. The next is Morocco, that is another African country. It is producing fruit and vegetables. Pakistan, Pakistan is producing rice, cotton, and fruit, and the cotton is the leading export crop of Pakistan, we can say. Turkey, it is producing wheat, it is also producing tobacco, fruit, and vegetables. And Saudi Arabia and Iraq, these are the two countries which are producing a huge amount of wood, a huge amount of dates. Now, what is palm oil? Palm oil is oil from the fruit of certain palms, especially from the West African oil palm. I will show you about the palm oil tree and what is the fruit looks like. Here in this picture, a tree is shown that is a palm oil tree. And this is another picture that is showing you the palm oil fruit look likes. Malaysia is the world's largest, or we can say the leading producer of palm oil. Why this palm oil is important? This palm oil is important because it can be used as a base for many soap industries, as well as when it is refined and processed, it can also be used as an edible oil. And the countries which are producing the palm oil are earning because of these oil, because these are a useful oil and they are used by so many countries of the world. And in the Muslim world, Malaysia is the leading producer, and also it is produced by other countries as well. So this was all about our lecture and our chapter, that was main agriculture products of the Muslim world. Here we have completed the explanation of our lesson. In the next video, we will be starting its written work, inshallah. To start the written work of the chapter, you have to prepare the title page of the chapter, that is chapter number 3, Main Agriculture Products of the Muslim World. It has 3 short questions, 4 long questions, 5 MCQs, and a map as well. But as always, we will do this map at the end of the session, and you will provide it with the map. What is the map? On the world map, locate the following countries, Muslim countries, where we can find the agriculture products. Also sketch key and directions. What are those agriculture products? These are wheat, cotton, rice, coffee, and sugarcane. Then you have to prepare a page for short question answers, and the first short question is write a note on rubber. Answer is rubber is a strong waterproof elastic substance. It has 2 types, natural rubber made from sap of a tree and synthetic rubber made from chemicals. It is widely used for making ties, belts for machinery, shoes, hose pipes, etc. The next question we have is which country is the leading producer of palm oil? And also write about its importance. You have already read about the palm oil and the country that is the leading producer? So the answer is Malaysia is the world's leading producer of palm oil. Palm oil is very important because it forms the base for the soap industry, and also when it is refined and processed, it can be used as edible oil, that is a cooking oil. Its farming and production is very economical and provide earning to the people. The next and the last short question we have is, what is bagasse? Write its uses. You also have read about bagasse in the topic sugarcane. Now its answer is, bagasse is a dry pulpy residue left after extraction of juice from sugarcane. Then you have to give the heading of its uses, and first one is, it can be used for making for heating furnaces as a fuel. It can be used as animal food. It can also be used for making paper boards, boards used in building ceilings, packaging materials, and disposable tablewares, etc. So this was all about our short question answers. It was enough for this week. Inshallah, in the next week, we will proceed with the written work of the same chapters, and we will do the long question answers and MCQs of this chapter. Till then, stay blessed. Allah Hafiz.